This takes a lot of space, you know that, right?
Okay.
QuickTime. It's gonna make a 20 gig.
It's gonna make a 20 gig video off of
I doubt, but I don't know. But let's see. I'm just kidding.
If
Usually it takes a lot of space.
processor, it will hang.
Okay, well, if we have to break it up into chunks, that's fine.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
start
never mind. We
streaming.
can start and let's see how it goes.
Okay.
You can always
Okay.
run it through a video compressor afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Fox Team working on assignment 2. I'm Zach. I guess everyone say your name so the teacher knows that you're here.
Robert Hennings.
Raghu.
Robert Santiago.
And Kim Hertz.
All right. This is our mob program assignment. So far we just discussed. We already have the repo done, and we just have to write on README the tools that we're using. For this, we're using QuickTime to record, and Google Hangouts to share screen and keep track of what's going on. I'm used to Bitbucket, but I'm not that used to
GitHub.
Yeah. All right. So now for number, add your Gilded Rose. Okay. Mob with teammates to refactor legacy code.
Okay, did everyone look up code smells?
Well, that's later on. We're first doing.
Yeah, that's the refactoring part.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first we got to deal with these tests.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So let's see.
That's the requirements.
And then we have, this is the actual Gilded Rose update quality. Yeah, within the requirements, has everyone read over the requirement?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So to write JUnit test for this, I assume that is under this test, Gilded Rose test.
Yeah, there's already a test there, so we need. My guess is that that's the first thing we need to do is fix that.
Yeah. The public void foo.
Yeah, we need to test against foo instead of fix me, and probably change the name of that.
Do you
So
want to go requirement by requirement and then see that we match them, or?
Yes, we should go requirement by requirement, but we should fix this function first, I think.
Well, we've got to work on all the JUnit tests, so. We got public void foo, item items. There's just a list of items. It tries to input a new item, foo 00. We'll pull up the Gilded Rose, create a new app, new Gilded Rose.
Let me pull up the item. See what we have. So a name, the sell-in, the quality.
Okay, that assert equal should be just 00, I'm guessing. App items dot 0, yeah.
Yeah, you see where the fix me is, the string?
Mm-hmm.
That should say foo, because that's what we added. And we're testing against that. And then when you run, I mean, if you run before changing these, I think that's what we need to do, is running every test, using run as
Run foo?
I think so, but I'm using Eclipse, so I'm not sure. Is this Eclipse?
This is IntelliJ.
Okay.
IntelliJ, very close to Eclipse.
Yeah.
All right, let's make this full screen. And that's not helping. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Are we using this text test, or are we going to JUnit tests?
This is going to be through JUnit.
Okay, so I think we should remove this. Either we remove that file, or you run the test against live rows test only.
Okay. Just with how JUnit works, all you need to do is change the assert equals, like in there, change that fix me to foo, and then that test would complete, and it'd be successful.
The foo
Right.
and then what?
That's all that is for that one test. We need to add tests to it. But that's how that test, that's just one test to check for items in the list, give you an idea of how to actually test the actual code itself.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it gives you just create an array of items, but you only put in one item, and then it has multiple parts. So the name was foo, it's in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the index is 0 because it's just one item. So, are you able to test that this particular one? I mean, we should see a green light somewhere.
Should I'm trying to. Okay.
Yeah, just need to run the test.
So we run the test, but we're getting it's not picking up item. So we need to. It's got the Gilded Rose package.
Let me check my code. I'm running Eclipse.
All right.
It's not throwing errors on Eclipse.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, you may want to switch that foo and then check it to see if you're catching any error on item.
Okay, screen's up. See, I'm not getting any errors like you are. But did you download each of those Java files individually, or did you just extract it from the zip?
I extracted from the zip.
Okay, and I don't know why IntelliSense is having that issue. All right. Here it is. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to run. Let's see what we have. That does not help.
Well, you wouldn't see the errors unless you run it. Well, you're talking about like the item that you didn't have an error for?
Yeah, I'm not having the errors like he does for under item.
Okay.
Maybe try right-clicking test and seeing if you can run that way, or select and right-click.
Let's see. Undo. No. How cool is
Yeah, you
There
can
you
in the. I think it's in run, in the menu run. You can say run. Let me find it.
Run JUnit. I remember something like that.
Run as JUnit test, correct?
And it's not registering that there's a JUnit. Well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, mine is working, but I don't have audio. So
Let's see what happens when I click one. Yeah, failed. Gilded Rose. Okay, that's not main. That's not main. Where did my main code go?
okay, while you do that, I'll try to see if I can fix the audio here.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get my item going.
Source. Bang. Java. What is that Java? I'm missing main. That's why it's throwing errors. No, that's all that's in there.
Yeah, I got mine up. It's working.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's just go back with yours then.
Mhm.
I'll stop sharing.
Is my screen still sharing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah,
Is there a way we can see the green light somewhere? I'm not sure about how you do that in here.
Yeah, so I'll show it again. So we run the foo,
Okay.
and then actually it's running down there.
Yep.
Has
I
passed.
guess it-
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gave us your
So,
check.
the check bar is our green light, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So we just have to write some more JUnit tests, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we look at the requirements and then extract tests based on that, and later probably try to see edge cases if we can.
Yeah.
So we just need to add in different selling and quality. Is that correct?
Well, the actual name. Well, yes, we can start with that and make sure that that those degrade depending on after we run quality update quality, the quality should degrade for normal items, and then we have special cases that we need to address.
To take in.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you start looking at the nested ifs, you'll see a bunch of them there.
Exactly.
All right. Does everyone have access to the requirements text?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So just let me know and I'll type it in.
So I guess we can start with saying the name, saying test normal item, or whatever, not special case.
So we want to call this one test normal item?
It's just a suggestion,
Wait, was it for later on when we're supposed to name it something like conjured?
That is.
That's number 6.
Five.
Yeah.
No, it's number.
Yeah, that's the last step,
4 or
and that's
5.
after we.
Yeah.
That's for the
refactor everything.
the unique. Okay.
Conjured stuff is already technically in the code. You just have to. It's only in one line. Let me see what it's under.
Oh, I don't have it in the Java.
It's fine. We can
might be
take a look at that later. But I was just wondering if we need to call these. We'll just call this like foo 2, foo 3.
Depending on what you want to test, that's what you should name it.
Okay. So what do we want? What do we want to test first?
I would test the special cases last, and go ahead and and put any name and any quality and any cell time, as long as the quality is less than 50, and make sure that that the quality decreases after update quality.
All right. Just make that first test case we have that's called foo.
Mm-hmm.
That is effectively just going through the code for item.java. So that's all that one's testing. It's able to create the object and add all the values to it, and you're able to get the values out. So
yeah, but we're not testing for the quality in that particular one. So we need to test for a normal case and add a quality and make sure that the quality decreases. And the rate of decreasing is by 1 in here. So my guess is that if we put a quality of 10, it should decrease after calling update quality. It should be 9. So I think maybe the first case we need to do before special cases.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have. It'll just be a few test cases. But yeah. Let's see.
Okay, so do you see what I have here? If we test a quality of 10, then it should say 9.
I don't think that first number needs to be 0. Is that the quality?
The sell-in value,
Selling.
which is...
Number of days you have to sell the item.
Yeah, selling is probably an arbitrary number right now.
Okay, well, you don't want that at 0.
No.
We'll make it...
And the quality 10. And then we say update quality, and then this time we assert for
Okay, you got first case working. All right, just do 2 more lines with assert equals. And instead of the name, you're going to have the sell-in and whatever that value is supposed to be. That's not going to be a string.
No, it's an integer, and I guess
For selling, it's
Yeah, the sell-in value after updating once for sell-in days. So 5, the number should be 4. No, you don't need to type sell-in. Just take the previous line, the assert equals, and just change that entire thing, that first case right there in the middle. Get rid of the quotes, I believe, and put in the number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have app.items items dot or open close bracket 0 dot. It's going to be what, sell-in?
I think that's not the case. It's the quality that decreases, not the selling.
The quality decreases.
Both values of every item.
It's how many days you have left to sell it. So if you update the quality, it should drop it by 1. Because that should drop it by a day if I'm looking at the code right.
Yeah, but the code is not doing that. I think that's the refactoring part, right? The code is updating the quality. Update quality, the class doesn't touch at all the selling. So that test, I'm pretty sure it's going to fail.
At the end of each day, our system lowers both values for every item, which is selling value and quality value.
Say that again?
Oh, it does. It does
part.
update it.
Yeah.
There's 3 if statements essentially. It is the third if statement, like the one that's the non-nested.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Oh man, that confused me. I didn't see the selling, and I was asking myself, what is updating the quality again? And it's the selling. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. You need to decrease by 1. Okay, I ran that test and worked.
Wait, we have a...
Okay, and then we need the quality to decrease. So the third assert equals...
Quality 9.
It's going to be 9?
Well, it starts from 10, so, right?
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah, there we go. He was goofing up. Um,
Quality. That should be it.
Okay.
First case succeeded. That's all we needed.
yep.
So now I guess it's that we need to solve
It's very low voice. I can't hear.
the requirement that says once the sell by date has passed, quality degrades twice as fast. So,
Twice as fast. That's what you're talking
yes.
about. Okay.
Can you show that in the requirement?
It says once the sell by date has passed, quality degrades twice as fast.
Yeah. Okay. Line number 18.
Well, you can call the test case twice as fast. I don't know.
After date, after sell by, or sell in, however we want to list it.
Well, isn't it 0 when it has to be sold by?
Let's double check. All right.
Yeah, it has to be 0.
I mean, 0 is a day has to be sold already, right? There's 0 days left to sell it.
Yeah.
So we create one with 0, sure that the quality decreased by 2.
Right.
So which method we are going to call from the Gilded Rose class?
Let's see. Oh no. The quality of the item is never negative.
Quality is never negative?
Apparently. It
Okay.
is line 19.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I see it right below. So it has to start in some value that could be cut in half. That will.
Okay, sell by can go negative, but quality cannot.
So that's the question I was wondering. If sell by is like -1, so it's been 1 day since, it's passed. Like if 0 is the last day to sell it, so if -1 would be the day after it passed.
Yeah. So that it degrades twice as quick after it's that day.
Right. So if it's -1, so we should just start like some divisible number that we could cut in half.
Yeah. Age 3 can effectively be like -1,000,000 for sell by.
Oh, I love it. It gets as it gets older, the quality goes.
And
Which one we're doing now?
The day has passed and the quality degrades by twice as fast. I think, right?
Yeah. I just did it and it didn't pass. So
What did you put in?
-1 and like 4.
-1.
Yeah.
2.
I'll leave that test as it is.
yes, we need a new test.
Okay, this test is gonna be what? Quality decrease.
Yeah.
Quality decrease twice as fast.
Or
It seems like it's only where it's.
sell by set at 0, or set the sell in 0. Oh, not there.
We
Not
can try
there.
0 and then -1 on the top. Yeah.
That's got to be 0, and then a few lines down, the middle assert equals, set it to -1.
And for the quality, 5.
Okay. And
Yeah, no, on the bottom one.
this would be
Whoa. It decreases by 5?
No, but twice as fast.
So it cut
So-
in half.
Yeah,
Like, it
it
sounds like
decreased
half
normally
full.
by 1, so twice as fast. It should
Oh,
decrease
by
by
two.
2, I think.
Yeah, sorry. So from 10
Okay,
to
so
8.
that bottom line is now what, 8?
Yeah. I kind of read it like half.
Okay. Hey, there we go.
Okay.
Correct?
All right, should we go ahead and start setting the limits? Like, just have a for loop for what, 50 times? Or something like that?
I would do
Set
the
ceiling
special
value
cases
to
now.
low, but we need a way to check that it's going to be it's going to be negative.
Okay.
It can't go negative for the quality. I don't know how we're going to check for not negative, but a negative check. That's a good way. Right.
What would be the name? Oh, negative check. Okay.
Okay, so app update quality, call it 5 times. Or 6. It's not pretty, but it works.
You can do a loop.
Yep, selling's still going to be -1. What is that going to be? -2. We'll see if that. I don't know how the code's actually supposed to interpret it, because I don't know if they have a negative check in there currently. It didn't look like they did, but aha. So they do have a negative check in there somewhere.
The actual's -6. Do we do the math?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, it starts from top. But -6 because twice as much.
Oh, because you went back. We ran it 6 times. So we
I
go
think
back.
the quality always stays at 0.
This looks like it's
So
the
if
selling
you
though.
decrease the quality,
Oh, let's see, your middle assert equals. We didn't change that. The down one. That should be -6.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right.
Expected -2, actual 0. So if you go, well,
Let me double check the code, because if it's 0, that means they're not letting it go below negative quality somewhere. Yep, there it is. It's under gildedrose.java. I think it's looks like line 46. Items I quality has to be above 0 for it to reduce quality further.
yes. Yeah, that is one of the requirements. The quality of an item is never negative. So
Yes, but I didn't know if we were supposed to add it or if it was already in the code. It's already in the code.
oh, okay.
So, change the test to 0 for that bottom assert equals. Okay, that should run.
Well, yeah, it told you on the bottom.
Oh, mine is failing. Not sure why.
yep, we got to pass.
Okay, so that's the negative check. We can't have. That makes sure we can't go negative. Oh, at least that one can't go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's the other quality? Should we go ahead and do the H brie?
Sure. It's this one right here.
Yeah, this one increases its quality by 1.
Yeah. Quality for it increases, so. This one you actually do have to name it aged free.
Correct.
In the code. Can't be aged free check. Age space free, A and B are capitalized.
A and B? A and B?
Yeah.
No. He meant the A and the B are capitalized. You were good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're expecting that quality to go up by, what is it, 1?
Yes.
So, and this is if the
So we need to
selling
start
is
from some
negative?
starting date and then go to a later date and check if the quality went up, right?
Yes.
So whatever number you want.
So if selling is 0 and then selling is negative, goes to -1, then quality
That's one
should...
day that passed, yeah.
So
right? Because I felt like we did that.
Yeah,
way
that's
for the
one day
other
that's passed.
Yeah.
The quality goes to 11.
Is it 11 or is it 12?
It doesn't double, I thought it goes.
Does it double or just go up? Yeah.
Increase.
We can check this
Age free
one.
actually increases in quality the older it gets.
Let's run it. Let's see if it passes. We'll know if it's 1 or not. It's not.
12.
So
yeah, so it is by 2. Where did you see it somewhere or just in the code?
No, because it just with how the code is labeled, it remember how it decreases in value twice? I thought it might increase by twice when it hits the negative.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So if
because of
we
that
do another
clause.
test,
Yeah, you're right.
if we do another test and set it to 1, it might only go up to 11.
That's interesting. How about we do that for some? So if we go like still within the selling date, that should only be by 1. That's what we're talking about.
Yep. Copy that entire test. It's going to be age free check positive or positive selling or something like that. You can still leave the rest of the age free code the same. We just need to change that.
Yeah, 1
right there to 1. And then the middle one, change it to 0.
11.
So this should just be
11.
That might be 11. It might be 12. Let's see what.
Yeah. And then we also know how they treat 0.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
All right. We need to check to make sure the quality never goes above 50.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, age free is a good chest. Just leave that the way it is.
Yeah, but what if we start from 49 or whatever, to try and go over?
Yeah, that works. We're expecting that to be 50.
1.
51.
Well, we want it to be 50, honestly, but...
Yeah, just put in...
Check it. Yeah.
Put in 50, because that is a check.
Wait, so it doesn't go over 50? So it stops
shouldn't.
at 50? Or, yeah.
We'll see.
This one should cap at 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to go up to 50.
Well, do 51 just for,
Yeah.
Well, this should be 52. Oh no, sorry, you're right.
Nope.
Yeah.
51.
Yeah,
It's
because
only
we
if
don't
we-
have a negative anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they do have an internal check
Very good.
for 50. So quality cannot be above 50.
Good.
So set it back to 49 and 50. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Sulfurous.
That's just an easy check for capping at 50.
Yeah, that one there was. But now we have this sulfurous thing that never has to be sold and never decreases by quality.
So it has no limit?
It has
So
no.
it looks like that value, whatever selling and quality we input is the same, stays the same.
Correct, yeah.
Yep. Do we need to keep the name
Sulfurous. Yeah.
So this is 10.
The name is Sulfurous, Hand of Ragnaros.
Seriously?
Look at the gildedrose.java code. It is the middle non-nested if.
Yep.
Yeah.
39.
Good grief, come on. You're just trying to trip people up with that one.
Hey, we caught it.
Exact. Yeah, that's how good we
Very
are.
good. Yeah.
This is how good our mob is that we catch this kind of stuff when...
You're going to hate the next one, too.
It's really long.
Backstage passes.
Yep, the check worked. Okay, what's this next one? Backstage passes, like breed.
Like H3, increase in quality as its selling value approaches, but its selling and quality increases by 2 when there are 10 days left.
Less.
10 days left or less.
Oh, or less, sorry.
And then when it hits 3 days left, when it hits 5 days left, it's 3 plus 3.
Multiple tests.
Ooh, the tests are going to be interesting. Okay, we're going to have 3 separate test cases for this one by the look of it. No, wait, 4. Because we're going to have it when it goes to 0, the value hits 0, goes to 0. Like when the selling hits -1, the value hits 0. Or selling value for quality hits 0. So we got 4 tests. One is going to be standard. So say from 20, and then it reduce it by a day, and the quality decreases by 1. Or no, wait, the value increases by 1. Quality, yeah.
Yeah, so one would be over 10 days, one would be 10 days or less, and then we'll do the 5 days or less. So it's just 3 different times.
Yeah.
So this is what we need?
Backstage check, 10 days plus.
So the first one, what we're saying is that it's going to be backstage check above 10 days. Like that's the whole test case is going to be.
The name of the name of the method. Days plus. Less than, then another one's going to be less than 10, and then another one's going to be less than 3, and then a backstage 5. Yeah. So I'm getting the quality and the sell and mixed up. less than 10, less than 10, less than 3. All right, yeah, less than 5.
Yeah.
I hate that the numbers are so close together.
It's all
Okay.
good.
Okay, you.
All right, so this first one.
Okay, that one is 10 days plus. So that value,
Like 20 or whatever.
yeah, just said it's 20.
So 19.
And that one, it's going to be 19, correct there. And then the value is going to increase by 1.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh. That's backstage passes.
There we go.
Yep. Okay. Did we just miss the name?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's good now.
Okay. It's not just backstage passes, it's to
Yeah.
the concert.
To a Timberlake concert.
All right, so first one passed. Next one.
Okay, that was less than 10. Now we need to do less than 10. You can leave that 10 there or set it to 9 or 8. It doesn't really matter. So the next one is just decreased by 1. And then the value is going to be plus 2.
Yeah.
And that should run.
Yep.
Right.
And this one, set the entry date to 5. 4, and then the value is going to be up to 18. It's plus 3.
Oh, but the quality.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another one. Afterwards. Or after the concert.
Yep. Okay, that
Right.
worked.
Well, that makes sense after the concert.
Yep, and post-concert, starting date to 0. Leave the value as
Yeah,
it
it doesn't matter. Yeah. Negative
Okay.
1.
Set that to -1.
And check for 0.
That should be 0.
Yep.
Very good.
Okay.
And then we have the conjured thing left, right?
Let's see. Don't we have to take a screenshot? Let me. Okay. There's gotta be a way to run all these at once.
Yeah. I think you just do it.
Is there?
Yeah, make sure you save.
Yep.
Oh, the Conjured's gonna get mean.
Yeah, that should do it.
Well, assuming we have to have like Conjured H-Bree, Conjured whatever it is. Conjured backstage passes.
Oh.
That's just doubling the tests.
Is that the next part, or isn't the next part removing code smell?
No, you need to do the add number 3, add the code coverage.
Okay, so we gotta make sure we have code coverage.
Yeah, you would see in the main class when you run this test, you would see if it's gonna go green if you run it with coverage. Did you do that before?
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
Zach, do you hear Raghu?
I'm sorry, I was taking a screenshot. What was that?
Code coverage R is missing. Yeah. Now, I was just saying, like, if you run the test class with coverage, it's going to reflect the coverage basically on the actual class. Yeah, I'll let him save it.
So wait.
Yeah, we need.
Oh,
we have
oh,
zone
for code
zero.
coverage.
This is at less than 0.
Test result PNG. Okay, so what were you saying?
I was saying, like, if you right click on the test class,
Uh-huh.
or basically if you see there is something called run with coverage, run gilded rows test with coverage. Yeah, this one. Yeah, and if you're going to go to the class where the actual methods are present.
No coverage result? That's what we're...
Okay, just go to the gilded rows class. Click on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you see on the left side, there is a green, right? Can you just maximize? I mean, don't show anything, just show the class. Yeah. Sorry, the place is missing, but I'm not rolled. Yeah. If you look on the left side, right, the green bars.
Uh-huh.
Next to the numbers.
Yeah, next to the right. Yeah, that's basically it's the coverage, and on the top you should see somewhere it says like the percentage of the coverage, line coverage.
Okay.
Let's see if it has to do something with your configuration, because I don't. It usually works for me, but I don't know how did I configure in the past.
Well, we can see where we're not testing. So we need to see if we can fill those gaps in.
So is there any particular... Because it looks like
Give
our
me a second,
coverage
I'm
is...
checking meanwhile.
It looks like we got it... I mean, because these are like braces right here, and so doesn't this mean that our code coverage is...
I'm not really sure what we are doing this code coverage if we haven't changed at all this class.
Yeah. Are we
No,
supposed...
but it's going to tell us that it
Okay.
covered all the statements.
Oh, it's a reference, like a base reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. Aim for excellent code coverage. Yeah, this has to do with our JUnit testing, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
When you write the test, it needs to ensure that it covered all the statements in the class
So
that
looks-
you're running the test against.
It looks like we've
So
got...
that's what it is.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like we've covered...
If you look on the view bar, let's see if it's going to show anything. It has to do something with the view.
Oh, this is where we need to take a screenshot if we have good code
Yeah.
coverage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's going to show like 100% or something. It has to something to do with...
You probably need two screenshots to cover everything.
Let me check on my side just.
Or can you change the zoom of the code window?
Control minus. No, wait, he's on IntelliSense.
IntelliJ.
IntelliJ, yeah.
Did you say IntelliSense?
Yeah, that's another.
It's like a Visual Studio thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm checking.
Sorry, I'm used to coding in C#. It's been a while since I've done Java.
Okay, me too. Same boat.
I can show you just a sec.
I don't mind Java. It's just when you're used to something else, words get jumbled.
By the way, I never asked. Is every one of us like in the IT? I mean, like, or are they like some students who just came from undergrad?
No, I graduated in 2011 with SWE, but then I've been taking care of my dad with cancer the past few years, so I don't have a lot of experience in the field, so no one wanted to hire me. So I'm back from master's.
I just came from my undergrad.
Okay.
Last semester, yeah.
I'm 31. I already feel old. Back in college.
You shouldn't. You're good.
Well, I have 20 plus years of experience. So.
Mm.
Wow.
Very nice.
Where are you working at?
Where?
Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
Oh. Then why are you taking courses at Kennesaw?
My daughter wants to go there, and the only thing that was online that I wanted, it had to do with cryptography and security, and I wasn't interested in that. So Kennesaw was close and something available that that I could do my master's, and I'm doing it because I want more money. So.
I think that's why we're all here. We all want more monies.
I did my bachelor's in.
Did we cover the?
Yeah, okay. Show selected. Yeah.
Do we need to go through the text test fixture.java for code coverage? Or is
You
that
might want to
need?
fix the
no,
configuration.
that's the
Yes.
old test. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't.
Might want to fix the configuration. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I need to get a charger for my phone.
If you click on code coverage. Yeah. Yes. Enable coverage in test folders. Yeah. Let's try our luck. Yeah. Apply. Okay. Can you just run again? Yeah. Hold on. That's where you're supposed to see that. Yeah. The percentage. Yeah, exactly. If you usually, if you see the percentage, it's going to tell you like how much it is.
Yeah.
And it still does say that edit. Let's try to edit it.
To make sure that that's stuck. Yeah.
Let's see what's going.
What about the configuration tab? Have you done that to run code coverage? Yeah, because that's what they're saying.
Are we supposed? Is this checking in the right? Aren't we supposed to do test coverage in
main? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
You want to look for the package where you have the test class. If you look at the bottom. If you look at the bottom warning, it says the test class is not found.
Right. So the class path. Let's see. Where was main one? Do you have your main one?
Where was that? It's in test under.
Yeah, but test is going to look at our test cases. Yeah, it's main one. No? Try using main one.
Let's do a trial and error. Yeah.
So within the configuration, it had an option for you to choose main or main one. Where you were before in the edit.
Mm-hmm. But it looks like main one is the same thing as. So main would coordinate to the test. Let's see what it says.
It says loading on the top if you notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and do you want to run now once, just in case? Just run again, like run the test class with coverage.
Yeah, let's see if this loading pulls up anything.
It looked like we have 100%, as long as it also covers item.java.
So if you notice, right, it's basically saying that you the if condition within the else like 55, 56. So it means it entered into the else condition, And then also 52, it's other else block. And if you see 43 to 48, the whole if is sort of covered. 39, 40, yeah. It would be great if we can pick the number, because that's the interesting part. Can we try to fix the configuration again? Let's see.
I'm just gonna look up a tutorial real quick. And
if you click on test,
I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was that review?
I'm trying to compare on my screen. I can find that. Just a second.
Were you able to get percentages up?
Yeah, but that was for the JUnit assignment, like before 2 weeks.
Yeah.
My custom string test.
Uh-huh.
That was for that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were running it in the test folder or the main?
Yeah, so I was running I was running the test class, and it's gonna make sure that I see the same green thing but with some percentages. Give me a second. Let me try something.
Is this in Eclipse or IntelliJ?
IntelliJ.
Okay.
I've been using IntelliJ since like 4 years almost.
All right. Yeah, there's got to be some setting somewhere that's not.
Yeah. Usually, I mean, I don't have coding in my job, like, so I do a product owner job and also a architect job. So coding is like, I need to sit with my developers. Let's see. I'm gonna try it now.
Okay.
To see if, yeah, I can share my screen. Maybe it makes sense because I've been talking about it and you might think like, what am I saying? If you see this is the one I was saying. See my screen?
Yep.
So this is the one I was saying. So it says like 100%. This was a like in the same way we had the green things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what it says, 100%. And if you want, I can look at the configuration, like how this is done. Do you know where do I go from here, like to see this?
Yeah, you click Analyze. And then there should be, I can't see the top of your screen, so I can't.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
No, I can, but not the very top. It says that you're sharing.
Okay. So
But
analyze, and which one I click?
In my IntelliJ, go to Analyze and then
show coverage data.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it shows yours. Actually.
Yeah. You're selected. Yeah. It's right here. Yeah.
It's where.
I mean. All right, hold on.
Yeah, if you see my screen. So I have given the top level folder as the class path of the whole module. And code coverage, sampling, and I just selected the package where we have the class. Do you wanna do the same settings?
Sure. What was that? What do you have?
Sampling selected, and then track test per coverage.
Okay.
Which I don't think will be.
I've got my
here.
screen, so you went to. Actually, I need to go. Oh yeah, it's here on my. Under the test class, but not on the. GildedRose.java.
Yeah. Yeah, run with coverage. Yeah. Can you run it again? No, the top one. Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, you just click on that. Line number 10. Yeah.
Oh yay!
There we go.
Just 60%. You need 100. Best.
Isn't it 80?
Yeah.
83,
83.
80.
Yeah,
Oh,
line
but
coverage is
60%
80,
of it,
but
yeah.
you might want 100.
We're aiming for excellent code coverage. I mean, is excellent.
But I think
100?
80 to 100 is it's a good one, right? If you remember the tutorials from testing.
Well, so this is line percentage, which means
Okay.
out of 152. Well, nope.
So basically what it means is you need to keep writing you need to cover all the scenarios if you want 100.
It doesn't have, the 100 is like number 6, right? It doesn't have to do with right now.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
I'll keep quiet. So now it's up to you guys to take a decision.
Okay. So are we? Trying to figure out what does. Oh, here we go. This is better. Okay, so of Gilded Rose, yeah, we got 100%.
Oh.
So-
Yeah, because it's saying something. Ignore.
Yeah.
Where was it? Yeah.
So this is that's out of the whole entire Gilded Rose package. That's why it's not showing 100%.
Take a
'Cause-
picture of the screen before it goes away.
And it has to be named something very specific.
Yeah. Code death coverage dot.
I'm just gonna copy it for you. Sounds like you guys got it while I was watching a video on how to find it.
Okay, code coverage?
Code dash coverage. Yeah, dot .png.
I put it in the chat. Here, I'll also,
I think Zach's fine. Yeah.
also post it here in case that works better for you.
Okay. So there are test results, and this even has our test results, so it's like a... Okay.
That's
Alright.
fine.
So what do we need to do now? That is...
Okay, that is number 3. So now we're on to number 4. Oh wait, that's
We did
full
4.
unit test.
um,
That's number.
Oh, it just needs to be saved as a different folder.
Yep.
So, well, you took a screenshot of them passing, right? But you need to
Yeah,
call it
We've got both of these.
results.png or in the text file.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's number 4.
We've got both of them.
Perfect. So now we need to do the code smells part. I guess we need to switch the if else's to like switches or something.
Okay, well, this comes with the code smells. Just remember the link the professor posted. That's effectively what you need to go through.
Well, it is what you said last time, Robert. It's all. I think it's all the if else's that are ugly.
That is gonna be it, because there's a bunch of ifs that are nested.
Mhm.
They don't need to be nested. You could have one if statement and then just go and or
Yeah, or we could completely change it into like a switch if you want. But we could do that also.
well, we could have it set to different methods, which
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list for code smells.
Uh-huh.
And duplicated code. I don't think we have any duplicated code. Actually, we do. We have a lot of duplicated codes. But
the one that says if items quality is less than 50 is the same one that we don't read on. I would again also be 3 times.
We can't hear you that well, Roberto. Early.
Possible.
I can't.
How about now?
Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah.
Okay, so in line 45, that if is repeated in line 37 and is repeated in line 80. So that might be a good candidate.
Line 80.
45. Okay.
So we can create a method that says update quality.
Wait,
and,
80?
You know.
Where's 80?
Actually, we have update quality. Update, let's say internal update quality that does the first if the quality is less than 50, then we update the quality. We extract that as a method. I think the biggest code smell that we have is that this function update quality is too long. Make sense?
It really should be a method to check for over 50, under 50, like non-negative quality. Because really everything right now is currently just one massive for loop. Which it does not need to be that. All right, so how can we rewrite this code? Above the for loop, we could just create some methods for checking the quality. So,
I think it might be good if we create a method that says increase quality. And every time we increase quality, we always check that it's less than 50. And then another method that says decrease quality.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to start with increased quality?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Public void, increase quality.
And every time we add a method, we should run the test to make sure that we're not.
Yeah.
And then we call the quality of it. But within that method, we should have the backstage passes functionality.
So again?
It's less than 10, it's +2. And when it's less than 5, it's +3.
Yeah, I would do that incrementally. I would do just update, increase the quality now, make sure that it passed the test, and then we can add incremental things. Make sense?
Yeah.
And I think we will need to pass the item, right?
You'll have to pass the item, and then we also have to have the check for the sulfurous. So it can be above 80. So
Okay, so we're going to make two methods for increase quality and decrease quality?
One for increase, one for decrease.
Okay. And then we need to refactor update quality. Okay, let's start with increase. So
Yeah, for now we just say like in line 45 through line 48, copy that.
35 through 38?
45 to 48.
45 to 48?
Oh, okay. Oh, hold on a second. I'm looking at the C# code. Sorry.
Yeah, you were saying 80 before, and we were like, where?
Where's 80 coming
Sorry
from?
about that. I think it's 55 to 57, probably safe to do.
55 to 57. Oh.
Yeah, that increases quality.
Alright.
So that takes care
And then
of
also, yeah, like 30 to 32. Right?
Say that again?
There's the same exact code on line 30.
Exactly. We're trying to remove the code duplication there.
Yeah.
And then after you add that, make sure you're passing the item.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm going to write some code for the date. Even though it's going to be buried.
For the
Oh, I see what you said. You just wanted to copy it into the method, and then you're going to replace all the places with that. Right, Roberto?
Say that again?
Just to copy what we have in line, for instance, 50 something.
50.
Into
Yes,
the
copy
method.
that code that I mentioned inside the function, and make sure that we pass the item in the parameter list. You say item, then space item. No, it wouldn't be
An array.
an array, just one item. And then remove the array reference there. The index, we don't need that.
The what?
Is the I forgot how to call that. The item, the part that says I, and the brackets, the whole brackets. You remove the whole brackets too. Okay. And then we make sure that it compiles, I guess. I mean, we don't have to do the compile. We probably can go do the refactor and replace what we copied with the new function, and then run the test. Sure.
This was in 56.
Still works.
So we want to say.
No, that's not.
Below.
Let me find it.
56 is what we copied over and put in the function.
Oh, well, your 56 now is not your 56 from before.
Correct. So that would be wait.
It's the dot. Well, what did you call? It's supposed to be the one with items quality +1. Yeah.
Yep.
You can now go back to line 55 and remove that code and replace it with a function call. Factor the whole if
The whole if.
quality is less than 50. There you go. And then say increase quality.
There's no need to have function calls in there
Yeah, that's fine.
because we're trying to kill that big nasty if.
Are we just trying to reduce what's there, essentially?
Yeah, well, we can do it incrementally. I mean, I don't know.
You don't want lines repeated, but you're trying to make everything individualized. I'm looking over the code smells right now. I'm trying to find the exact spot for it.
Okay. We'll just put this on hold for a minute.
Classes with too little code, classes with too much code, classes with too few instance variables. I mean, the one responsibility rule is the main thing.
Yeah, I agree with that, but yeah, we can start small and refactor the function of the quality and later.
Yeah, I'm working on some code right now I'm just working on the selling.
Okay, I gotta step away for a moment. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording, and then we'll start a new one in a couple minutes, just to
Fair enough.